Welcome back to another episode of On a Mission. I'm your host, Dr. Wendy Norfleet with Norfleet Integrated Solutions, and it is my pleasure to have with me today Chincia Kenner with Intelligent Diva Music. Welcome, Chincia.
Thank you so much for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
Well, first of all, I love seeing beautiful women, and you definitely got it going on.
You too.
Thank you. So tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, actually by day, I am a software technician lead.
Okay.
And so I've worked at Florida Blue.
Okay.
I've been there for 25 years.
All right.
And outside of Florida Blue, I'm an entrepreneur.
Okay.
So I own 2 record labels and a publishing company.
Oh, we're going to have to talk now. Okay, so today we're talking about your publishing company, one of your publishing, one of your music companies, right? Your
Yes,
labels.
yes.
Okay, so Intelligent Diva Music. How did this get started?
Well, I've always wanted to do music. I actually grew up singing in the church choir, and I was always, you know, I wrote a lot of poems, so I didn't think I would actually get into songwriting too much. But then once you got into the church choir, there were a lot of community choirs, so I started writing a lot. I would change the R&B songs into gospel songs.
Which people are now going back and doing now.
Yes,
You notice that, right?
Yes. And so I said, you know, they started utilizing me a lot in the community choirs, and so then that became a thing for me. And I decided, you know, I want to do music. However, I felt like I wanted to establish a career first. Mm-hmm. I was a young mother, I was a young wife, you know, so I said, you know, let me go ahead and get my career started first. Then I'll come back. So I went to Germany. For a few years, I was a background singer over there.
Okay.
And then once I came back, I said, you know, I'm going to study, because the industry, it was just before the pandemic.
Okay.
So I didn't know how it was going to be. So I said, you know, let me just go ahead and study the industry now, where it's going.
Learn the business side.
Yes. And I wanted to do it from a different angle because I wanted to be 100% independent.
Okay.
And so I started, you know, pretty much just studying more so about digital marketing, content marketing. And I said, you know, I want to get into the record label industry, but I kind of want to do this for myself first. And then I can gravitate and bring artists along and show them not only how they can actually start a record label, keep 100% of their masters, but also build a business, you know, establish your own record label.
Wow. Yeah, I have to applaud you. I have a niece that she does publishing company, but she started for her books, but she has a lot of artists that she does now. So,
wow, yeah.
So tell me what you got going on. I know you got some upcoming things being released. So
Yes,
tell us a little bit about that.
I do. I have an artist. His name is Paul Askew. He's a Billboard artist, Grammy nominated. He has a single coming out called Because of You. Okay. That's dropping on June 24th. Okay. And then on July the 7th, I have a single with Ty Dolla $ign called Whatever She Likes. Oh. Yeah, so I'm very, very excited. I'm, you know, looking forward to an amazing summer. I have a couple of other huge features coming. But Ty Dolla $ign will be my first one. Okay. Outside of the ones that I have already. Sean Kingston, I have one. And we've been nominated for Best Duo in the USA. Oh, congratulations. Thank you so much.
That is an accomplishment. Wow.
Yes, yes. I'm very, very excited. We've come a long way, you know, to be an independent label. And it's a lot of talent here in Jacksonville.
There is a lot of talent. There's a lot of talent in so many different industries.
Yes, yes. And I just wanted to, you know, draw interest to those artists who are not just being music artists, they're also being entrepreneurs. You know, he has a clothing line. I have merchandise. I have books. You know, so because, you know, that kind of closes the gap of the starving artist. Right. You know, so we want to make sure that you actually build. We want to have you. Your companies will probably grow over a couple of years, but you got to put the work in.
You do. I tell people all the time, I work with a lot of entrepreneurs, and I'm always telling them, I said, okay, I always suggest plan on not making money the first year. Right. And then you'll be better off if you do that, because then anything would be a bonus.
Yes, that's exactly how it is.
Right? Because when you go in, I just met with somebody, they thought they were going to make money for first 3 months, and they're so disappointed. And I'm almost discouraged, but I'm saying you're doing all the right things, but you should not have planned on making money. Right. That's so people don't know you in this capacity anymore.
No, no. And they think that, you know, oh, if you go and you get into music because they see the stars, they see the cars.
Yeah. And I know, I'm from Michigan, so I know firsthand, so I know a lot of the artists, and I know that a lot of them, it seems like they were overnight success, but the overnight success took 20 years.
Yes.
And so people only see that. They don't see what they went through before, in the hood and stuff. So it's like, okay, yeah, no.
So
not.
you're from Michigan?
I'm from Michigan. So I used to actually, on my way to high school, sit in Motown, and we knew, so all the people coming in and out, and we used to listen to the artists, because you can hear them when they're practicing outside.
Do you know Mark Casey? Do you know Mark Casey? He's a film director. Oh wow. Okay.
Okay. No, but I'm not sure. Look up that name. But so I know we got to wrap up. But what advice would you give someone who was interested in music and didn't know where to start, or was looking for a way, kind of look a path? What would you recommend?
I would start by creating your own lane.
Okay.
A lot of times music, when they get started, they're looking to sound like someone else. You want to do something that you're comfortable in, and don't let anyone stick you into one particular genre. But once you master that and you start to decide the path that you want to go, then you'll set more realistic, expectations around yourself. And at that point, you'll be, and surround yourself with a strong team. Okay. Yeah, so
don't get pigeonholed too early.
No.
And make sure you got a support.
A strong support system.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Chincia.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for joining us today. Please check out this interview and many others on NorfleetSolutions.com. And we'll see you next time on Buzz TV.